Hello and welcome to episode 25 of the Daily Sales Message. 25, what a number. That means each and every single day for at least the last 25 days, we've provided you with a piece of simple, actionable advice that's going to help you to improve your sales performance and feel more confident too. If you're new around here, my name is James Newell. I teach people how to sell. For me, it comes in two parts. It starts with having a clear sales message, being able to articulate precisely what it is that you sell. And secondly, it comes down to having selling confidence, being comfortable, relaxed, and at peace in a selling situation so you don't get too nervous. In this episode of the Daily Sales Message, we're going to be talking about using a rating system. I'll call it a 1 to 10 rating system, but you can use whatever numbers you choose. If you're comfortable with 1 to 10, great. If you need different numbers, 1 to 5, 1 to 20, doesn't really matter at all. What we're doing here, let me give you a real world example, is helping buyers to connect with the challenges they've got and connect with the impact of your offering. So if I was selling to you right now, we're having a conversation, I said, could you tell me what's the impact of this issue on your business, on your personal life? And you might say, well, it's costing me money, I'm wasting time and this and that, blah, blah, blah. That's the first example. If I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how damaging is this in your life or in your business? 10 being the worst, 1 being the least. You give me 8 or 9, wow. So it's really considerable then. And at that point, for the first time, you might actually connect with, hey, do you know what? This is really, I've just given it an 8 out of 10. This is really serious. But giving it a numerical value allows us to connect with it. Yes, it has a bad impact. It's cost me money. Is less connectable than, actually, it's like a 9 out of 10 on the pain scale here. This is really important to solve. Wow, okay, and what would a 10 look like? So if it got worse, what would that look like? Okay, and if working with us, we got you down to like a 5 and made it better, what would that look like? So using a 1 to 10 rating system, or any kind of rating system, allows your buyer to really connect with the impact of the damage that's being done by the challenge they're facing, but also the impact of your solution. So if we got you to a 5 out of 10 rather than an 8, what would that be like? So you can use it in both regards to imagine a positive future, but also to make your buyer really aware of the problems that you're facing. This isn't to manipulate or trick people or any kind of hocus pocus. It's just making people realize the gravity of the situation they're in and how important it is or isn't for them to solve. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to solve this right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the impact that this could have, positive or negative, on your business, blah, blah, blah. We can use a rating system to just bring these things to life. And as far as I'm concerned, when you're selling to people, you're trying to give them the information they need and the opportunity to buy, but the information they need to make the best decision possible for themselves. And that decision might be jump over my words. That decision might be to not buy from you, and that's perfectly fine. Not everybody will buy from you, and that's okay. This is not about tricking people and doing it. None of the stuff I talk about is about that. But using a rating system, if I tell you that actually my problem I'm facing, do you know what? If I'm honest with myself, it probably is like a 6 or 7 out of 10 or whatever. That's more compelling to me, and that will help me as a buyer to make a better decision. So the moral of the story today, think about using a rating system when you're talking to potential buyers to get them to estimate the damage and the impact of the negativity that they have right now with the problem they've got, the challenge, and on the flip side, how cool things are going to be when they've got your product or your service and you have done what you need to do to put them in a better position in their life. That's it for this episode of the Daily Sales Message. Tomorrow, oh my goodness, tomorrow, we are covering something. It's so simple. You might have to look at a quick YouTube video to understand how it works, but I promise you, sit down with a cup of coffee, you'll do it in about 5 or 10 minutes, and that's it. I can't even tell you what it is because you'll just Google it and you won't listen, and the purpose here is to tease you. But wow, something tomorrow you're probably not doing yet, and it's costing you potential business. It's a barrier between you and your clients, and I'll reveal all tomorrow. Oh, such a tease, aren't I? Well, thanks for listening. If you aren't already subscribed, hit that button. If we're not connected on LinkedIn, please do so. Shoot me a message. Say hello. Always nice to hear from Daily Sales Message listeners. The suspense will continue tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Sales Message.